Hi, today we're going to talk to Natalie and Clara from House of Hough, and they're going to explain to us all the amazing linens they have and just give us a few tips of what our brides can do when planning their wedding and organizing their linens.
My name is Natalie Drummond, Director of Sales and Marketing over at House of Hough.
What are you seeing in the linen rental?
Awesome. So we've been seeing some really fun trends coming up in 2016. So in the past we were noticing a lot of like champagne, blush, really neutral weddings, and we're still seeing a ton of those. But we're noticing our brides are getting a little more adventuresome. So we're seeing a lot more color brought into the tables. We're seeing some darker linens in the falls. We're seeing, in the burgundies and navies and those kind of richer, deeper colors in the fall. And then for spring, we're noticing a lot like brighter colors and even the pastels brought in. So we're seeing, the Pantone colors of the year with that like blush and the light blue. We're also seeing more pastels, so kind of that light green, light purples. So we're really noticing that a lot of colors coming back to weddings, and we're having a ton of fun with that with linen. So you'd be surprised. Come in, we brought in some new pieces just to kind of go in with those trends. Our Orchid Cordiva is gorgeous. Looks beautiful with blush. So make sure to come in and see that.
Okay. Walk me through a consultation with a bride. How would that be?
Yeah, so consultations are really, really fun. Unfortunately, we're not as fun as cake because you don't get to eat cake and drink champagne the whole time, but we're number 2, I like to say, in kind of the fun level. When you come into the showroom, you're greeted by one of our sales consultants. You sit down and we'll kind of go through what you're envisioning for your wedding. Not just like what your colors are and where the venue is, but really what your style is, what your vision for the wedding is going to be, what you want your guests to feel when they come in. Do you want it to be a really, classic traditional wedding, or do you want something a little edgy and more modern? Because really the wedding is just kind of showcasing the bride, or the groom's styles. So really we kind of want to get into like the heart of what the feel is for the wedding. So whenever you come in and start looking at linens, we'll naturally kind of pull pieces that are, geared more towards that style or that look. So you might come in thinking you need basic ivory linens, but if you want a little more edge to it, we might, bring in maybe a black charger just to kind of bring a little more drama to the table. So the consultations are really fun too. It's kind of like dressing a table. You walk into like a giant closet filled with linens and chargers and napkins and chair treatments, and it's very colorful. So we'll go and start pulling pieces and different textures and styles and really mix and match, kind of like you would an outfit, until you come up with the perfect combination. So they're really, really fun. It's a very visual consultation. By the end, you have a really great feel of what the entire wedding is going to look like. So I absolutely love it. And by the time brides leave, they really have a lot more, calmness, knowing, what everything's going to look like, and really, what the vision is going to be for florals kind of moving forward.
What do you say to the bride out there that can't afford linens?
You would be so impressed by how much of a difference a gorgeous linen makes. Number 1, you probably have seen a ton of weddings at your venue before. If you're using the linens that are already provided, a lot of times your wedding will start looking like every other wedding, and there's nothing to really set it apart and make it unique in that space. Linen is a great way to do that, or doing a really special chair treatment or a really unique napkin or charger. They can definitely elevate the wedding, and it's a really great bang for your buck in my opinion, because even if you're just getting like a basic linen, something not super expensive, it's maybe like $20 or $30 a table, putting that money into the linen can have a huge impact, while maybe just adding, that $20 or $30 to, something else wouldn't give as much. So it's definitely a great bang for your buck. You really notice a difference from the time the guests walk in. They know that they arrived to something that's a little different, and they definitely will be able to see your personality come through. Yeah.
What trends are we seeing in seating configurations?
The sky's the limit now. So whenever you come in, it's never just like plain ballrooms, and we're not seeing very often where a bride's going with one look for the entire ballroom. We're really noticing that couples are tending to add more variety into their seating. There's so many new unique venues as well that are coming up in Houston, that we're seeing a lot of brides and grooms kind of taking advantage of that, and those long like estate tables or head tables where people are sitting on both sides are really awesome. They add a lot of drama to the ballroom, and a lot of visual interest as well. So we're seeing square tables, round tables, tons and tons of different combinations. So you can really have a lot of fun. Nowadays in most of the weddings that I do consultations for, we're never using just one look as well. For linens, we'll do like half the tables with this and then half the tables with maybe like some unique runners. We're changing up chargers and chair treatments. You can really create very unique and modern looks in ballrooms these days.
Okay. Could you tell me what makes House of Hough different from other linen companies?
Yes, absolutely. I think that, you know, we all in this industry, and specifically in the linen niche that we're in, we all have beautiful product. We definitely differentiate ourselves by bringing in very unique lines that no other linen companies have. But what really sets us aside from other linen companies is our level of service. The way the girls are trained when they become part of the team, the way we treat our clients when they walk through the door, all the way through the consultation, and from there on, once they book, moving forward until the day of their wedding, it's a very unique experience.
Okay. How long have you been in business?
For 10 years.
For 10 years,
yes.
Okay. What makes you unique compared to other companies?
At House of Hough, I think that what really makes us unique is the culture that we have been able to create. And it's not something that was forced, it's something that happened organically. There's like a specific style, I guess, that perhaps I have or that I have been able to create as each person comes into the team. And I don't know, it just happens really easily. Like, I feel like my team is very special, and we get it from a lot of clients. Like, they either come and visit us, or they see us on like Instagram or like at the shows, and they say that they like feel that energy when they walk through the, you know, through the doors at House of Hough. They're very welcome, and it just feels like a family.
Okay, great. What is the most unique or event that you have done so far?
Oh my gosh, that is so hard because every event is so unique.
The most extravagant that you've seen so far?
I guess one of the most extravagant ones was this wedding that we did at the Houstonian, and it was under a tent. And the reason why I remember it because it was a Cinderella theme, and I love Disney. But it was, you know, it wasn't like just a touch of Cinderella. It was like all the way Cinderella. So they had pumpkins everywhere, and wow. It just felt really royal. So I specifically remember that one. But you know, we do so many incredible over-the-top events. I'll never forget one that we did with Continental Airlines before they switched to United, and it was a huge event. It was very simple, but it was thousands of people, and we did it at the airport hangar. Wow. And they had 2 airplanes like as the background for the event, and it was just incredible. Like, I remember walking into the space, and you were like in this big warehouse, a gazillion tables, and then like just airplanes, you know, the 2 planes in the background, and then just airplanes flying in and out of, wow, you know, the airport. It was pretty incredible. Wow, so those are the 2 that, you know, that come to mind.
That's amazing.
It was.
What are the services that you offer?
We offer specialty high-end linens, floor-length linens, overlays, chair treatments, whether they're chair caps, chair sashes, brooches, napkins, and we also carry charger plates.
Okay. What are some tips that you can give our brides for planning their wedding?
I think that, you know, obviously they get tips from everywhere, you know, their family, their parents, online. I think it is important for them to stay true to who they are, not try to, you know, please mom or, you know, sisters or other bridesmaids, to really think about what makes them and their partner unique and try to incorporate that into the wedding. I think that's super important to make sure that when people walk through the doors that they see the couple in every single aspect of the room.
So what are some secrets you can give us to ordering linens?
Okay, number 1, if you are gonna call to make a linen consultation, make sure that you have a venue already sort of booked, because the reality is you don't really know what you're gonna need until you know what space you're having the event at. And you may have an idea of the color scheme, or you may know that you want a specific linen, but you may not know the specific size that you needed or how the room is gonna be laid out. So that's always, to me, like number 1. And also when you come for the consultation, bring 1 person, maybe 2, that you really trust when it comes to style. I know it's very typical for brides to bring in their moms, absolutely 100%. Like if I wouldn't have brought my mom to my appointment, she would have killed me. But maybe bring in like a friend that has like a really good eye for design. You know, doesn't have to be your maid of honor, doesn't have to be your sister, maybe like a co-worker that has, you know, that great sense of style, or someone that you know shares that same, you know, same interest when it comes to like decor.
Okay. How far in advance should a bride start the linen process of how they're going to order?
It really depends. Most of our clients probably average out at a year, you know, 12 months, maybe 8 months to 12 months in advance. We will take a client even if they're coming in a month out before their wedding, or even 2 weeks out, as long as what they're looking for is available in inventory and we can make it happen, we'll make it happen. But in general, if you want to make sure that what you want is going to be available in the quantities that you need it and so on, I would say, you know, at a minimum 8 months, 8 to 8 years, 8 months to a year. Well, they can visit our website. It's www.houseofhough.com. They can also call our offices at 281-900-0900, and make sure that you guys follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Our accounts are amazing.
Great.
Thank you.